Hey, this is Min with What's a Mortgage? So now, I heard you got your offer accepted. I hear the seller agreed to take your offer. That means the next step is going in escrow. Now what? So now you're in escrow. You're so close to the finish line. You're like, do not trip on a rock or someone's foot. So what does that mean? This is what it means. While you're in escrow, it's the most sensitive time. You want to make sure you don't do anything or allow anything or anyone to delay your dream home. The piece of America. Going back to my main rules: ID, credit, asset, income. ID, like I said, is not going to change. Credit, just remember the day you pulled credit. So if it took you longer than 90 days to find a home, guess what's going to happen next? The lender's going to rerun your credit. So make sure, do not go out and buy anything. Do not, on credit, do not go out and inquire anything new, because they're going to run your credit again. Make sure you leave your credit alone, especially when the 90 days are going to come up. They're going to run it again. You want to make sure that your credit stays flawless, right? Credit, check. Asset. So like I said prior, so the bank statement you've been giving your loan officer every month, make sure that bank statement does not have any large deposits. Make sure the money that you withdraw from your EMD, your earnest money deposit, comes from that bank account. Do not surprise your lender with some bank account they've never seen. I see that so often because they got a gift or whatever the reason may be. Do not change bank accounts. As long as you keep the same bank account, you'll be fine. Asset, check. Income. So you've been giving your pay stubs to your loan officer when your pay stubs come out, right? If not, you should be. If he didn't ask you for it, that's a bad loan officer. Make sure that before you find the house and while you find a house, as the process is going, every time you get a new pay stub, you turn it like homework into your loan officer. Turn in your bank statements, turn in your paycheck stubs. It's really important. The bank wants to see there's consistency, that you're making money. Would you loan money to somebody who doesn't have a consistent paycheck? So make sure you turn in that paycheck. But the most important thing, the deal breaker, the secret of all secrets. I don't even know why loan officers do not tell their client. Your VOE, the verification of employment. So that VOE is a very specific form that your loan officer requests your employer to fill out. Your employer is not a mind reader. It's not Madam Cleo. I know that you're buying a home. They don't know you're buying a home. Be proactive. Tell your employer, hey, I'm buying a home. Can you make sure to fill out this VOE form as soon as possible? You know what? The longer it takes for it to be filled out, the longer it takes for the bank to make the decision if they want to loan you the money. Make sure that VOE form gets in before anything else happens. Until your income gets fully approved, nothing else matters. You can have all the money in the world. You can have all the credit in the world. You can have the simplest file. But if that income is missing, that VOE is missing, you don't have anything. So make sure that VOE is in. Some of you guys don't have a VOE, you require a salary key. Make sure if your company asks Human Resources, that's who I would ask, hey, how do you verify employment? Do you verify employment through a VOE or through a salary key? If they do require a salary key, ask them, do you lump in overtime and bonus? Because that's a no-no. The lender wants the bonus and overtime broken apart. The reason why, they want to see if the average is going up or going down. If it's going up, most likely you'll get the average. If it's going down, guess what? The lender might not even use overtime and bonus. Now you're stuck just using your salary or your hourly income to qualify, and that can destroy your loan. So make sure that VOE or that salary key gets turned in ASAP. I probably shouldn't tell you this because other loan officers are going to throw knives at me. I wouldn't do my appraisal. I wouldn't do anything until my VOE comes in, and I would ask my lender, ring, 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 hey, did my income clear yet? Until my income clears, I'm not doing anything. It's wasting your money doing a home inspection, an appraisal, and a termite inspection. Nothing matters unless that VOE is cleared. So I emphasize a lot on that VOE or the salary key. So credit, asset, income. Now comes the touchy stuff. So now you're there.
Yes, you can!
You're almost done. So now the income is cleared. Remember what I said earlier? Appraisal, termite, and home inspection. Now it's time to make sure that the home you're gonna buy is what you want and what you're gonna get for the dollar amount you're gonna pay for it. So it's really important that you schedule these things once they clear your income. I will schedule it as soon as possible. The reason why, if there's anything that's damaged on the home, make the seller fix it. Make sure you're getting what you're paying for. It's not costing you $10. You're buying something for hundreds of thousands of dollars. Make sure all this stuff is done. Especially the lender won't loan you the money if the house is worth less than what they're loaning you. If your house is $400,000, but you're trying to borrow $500,000, does that make sense? No. What's going to happen is it's going to be a standoff, like a Western movie. It's going to be the seller's going to come down or you're going to have to bring in more money. But you should be able to figure that out as soon as possible in the beginning of your escrow, not near the tail end. Go out and get the home inspection, the appraisal, and the termite done as quick as possible. One last tip. Once you go to docs and you sign and you have to bring in the rest of the money, use the bank account that you've been giving to your loan officer. Do not change bank accounts. Do not change it. Do not pull the rabbit out of the hat because that's going to delay your loan or even kill your loan. Oh, wait. One last tip. Do not try to fund on a Friday. If you fund a loan on a Friday, it doesn't record till Monday. That means you won't get your keys till Monday. But guess what? You have to pay interest for Saturday and Sunday. I know your loan officer is going to hate that, especially if month end is on the last day, is on the last Friday of the month, or let's say it rolls over to the Monday or the weekend. They want to fund on the last day of the month because that's how their commission is paid. That's how my commission is paid. But if you have a lot of loans, why are you worried about it? It doesn't matter when the loan funds, right? As long as it funds in time to help the consumer. So make sure if your loan funds on a Friday and you don't get your keys till Monday, you're going to pay interest over the weekend. Thank you guys. Don't forget to subscribe and like my fan page and my YouTube channel. Thank you.
You're gonna have to get your outro better on.